depletion of the ozone layer. Let's understand that. Now, what are the reasons for its depletion? Let's first focus on that. And then later on, I'll tell you about the effects. So yes, human activities. So the advancement of science and this depletion of ozone layer is happening at multiple places. So as you can see, the entire stratosphere, this entire layer is found in the stratosphere, and from various places, this ozone has actually become thin. And that is what your ozone depletion is. So depletion of the ozone layer is hazardous to both plants as well as us. A lot many diseases can happen because of it. So yes, what are the reasons right now? So high temperatures because of this global warming, of course, increase the use of cooling devices, your refrigerators, your air conditioners, and also the aerosols that you spray. In all these different things, CFCs are released. CFCs are what? Chlorofluorocarbons. So these compounds, which are also called freons, are actually, they are causing a huge damage to the ozone layer, right? So CFCs are actually non-toxic and non-flammable, but the chloride ion that is found in the CFC, the Cl atom, that is very harmful for our ozone, and that is actually the ozone depleting substance here. Right, so your CFC is called the ODS, and the more air conditioners and the refrigerators you use, more CFCs are actually released in the atmosphere, which go up, and finally they are going to degrade or break down the ozone. Let's understand how. So when the UV rays hit the CFC molecule, so as I already mentioned, this CFC, when it comes out in the form of the aerosprays and all, this CFC will go up into the atmosphere, and one chlorine atom is going to break away. That chloride ion can stay in the environment, in your atmosphere, for actually 200 years. Nothing will happen. And meanwhile, in those 200 years, it can break down or degrade millions of ozone molecules. Right, guys? So, yeah, you can imagine how harmful that is. So it breaks down, this chloride ion is going to break down one oxygen from the ozone. So from that O3 molecule, one oxygen is separated, and yes, so your O3 is completely disintegrated. So that's the depleting ozone molecules due to the CFC. And yes, ozone hole was actually discovered over the Antarctica. So Antarctic region here, the ozone layer is slightly getting depleted. It is becoming thinner and thinner. Ozone hole doesn't mean that there is a hole. It's actually the thinning of your ozone layer that is happening, right? And this has resulted in a large area over Antarctica with a very thin ozone layer. And that is what your ozone hole is, right? And the formation of ozone hole will result in an increased amount of your UV rays entering the Earth's surface. So UVB is actually very harmful. It is going to cause a lot many diseases. What exactly are the UV rays? Okay, the UV rays are the ultraviolet rays, and these are the harmful radiations that come from the sun. So there are a lot many different types: UVA, UVB, UVC, and yes, they are very harmful. So these are the consequences of the exposure of the UV. So if your ozone layer becomes very thin and your ozone depletion continues, so all the harmful UV is going to enter our atmosphere, and these are the different diseases that can be caused. So yes, skin cancer, cataract, immune system can also be damaged, and a lot many other diseases. Our DNA can also be damaged, and that can lead to mutation. Right, guys? Alright, and as you can see, it also reduces the crop yield.